Hello, this is Nick Paulson from the farmdoc team at the University of Illinois, bringing you this 5-minute farmdoc video highlighting the January 2026 update of our Illinois crop budgets. Our crop budget publications include projections for the revenues and costs associated with the major row crops produced across the northern, central, and southern regions of Illinois. Projections for 2026 were initially released in August of 2025 and were recently updated in January of 2026 to reflect current market conditions and expectations. First, let's take a look at the numbers for corn production. On the revenue side, we are currently projecting a $4.25 per bushel corn price for the 2026 crop and assuming trend yield levels across Illinois. Trend yield expectations range from a high of 241 bushels per acre on high productivity farmland in central Illinois to a low of 198 bushels per acre in southern Illinois. In addition to crop revenue, our budgets include sizable projected federal payments from the ARC and PLC commodity programs ranging from $48 to $58 per acre. Total projected revenues for corn production in 2026 range from $890 per acre in southern Illinois to $1,080 per acre in central Illinois. Production costs are separated into non-land and land cost categories. Subcategories of non-land costs include direct inputs, power costs, and overhead costs. Direct costs include major inputs such as fertilizers, pesticides, and seed, as well as the costs associated with drying and storage and crop insurance. Power costs include those associated with the farm's machinery and light vehicles. Finally, overhead costs include hired labor, building costs, insurance, interest expenses on non-real estate loans, and other miscellaneous costs. Total non-land costs for corn production in Illinois in 2026 are projected to range from $789 per acre in the northern and southern regions to more than $800 per acre in central Illinois. For the costs associated with farmland, our crop budgets include a projection for the average rental rate for cash rented farmland in the region. Land costs for 2026 are projected to range from $182 per acre in southern Illinois to $327 per acre for high productivity land in central Illinois. Net farmer returns provide the difference between projected revenues and both non-land and land costs. Returns for corn production in 2026 are projected to be negative across all regions, ranging from negative $82 per acre in southern Illinois to negative $38 per acre in northern Illinois. We now turn to our soybean budgets for 2026, where we are currently using a $10.40 per bushel price and expected trend yields which range from 61 bushels per acre in southern Illinois to 76 bushels per acre on high productivity land in central Illinois. Adding in the expected ARC and PLC payments results in revenue projections ranging from $682 per acre in southern Illinois to $846 per acre in central Illinois. Non-land costs on soybean acres tend to be lower than those for corn across all three subcategories. For 2026, we are projecting the lowest non-land cost for soybeans in northern Illinois at $476 per acre and the highest non-land cost for soybeans in southern Illinois at just over $500 per acre. Projected farmer returns to soybean production in 2026 are expected to be higher than those for corn. Returns are just above break-even levels at $17 per acre in northern Illinois, $6 per acre on lower productivity land in central Illinois, and $25 per acre for high productivity farmland in central Illinois. Projected soybean returns in southern Illinois are just below break-even at negative $5 per acre. For a 50-50 corn-soybean rotation, average net returns across all regions of Illinois are negative for 2026. For example, high productivity farmland in central Illinois is projected to generate a negative return of negative $15 per acre. These projections for 2026 continue what is now a 4-year run of poor returns to corn and soybean production. Returns averaged negative $47 per acre in 2023. In 2024, returns averaged negative $41 per acre even after large government payments were provided through the commodity and emergency commodity assistance programs. Central Illinois returns are currently expected to be marginally positive for 2025 due to payments from commodity programs and the Farmer Bridge Assistance Program, which exceed $90 per acre. In addition to projected revenues and costs for corn and soybean production, our Illinois crop budgets also include figures for wheat and double crop soybeans. The historic revenues and costs for Illinois grain farms provides historical figures for the past 5 crop years that are summarized from actual Illinois grain farms that are cooperative members of the Illinois Farm Business Farm Management Association that can be compared with our projected budget numbers. Thanks for tuning in to this 5-minute Farm Doc video highlighting our recent updated release of Illinois crop budgets for 2026. Please consider subscribing to our channel to keep updated on all of the work from the Farm Doc team.